Alright guys, we are back with another episode of Planet Nomads, and in the last episode we did a little bit of mining and a couple other things, and it does look like we are in a slightly different spot, and that is because I went ahead and kind of zombified our last little base through the solar beacon back on here so we can always find our ship or our vehicle. And I went ahead and got rid of our, what's it called?
With hydration secured.
You
are in a well-fed state.
Stasis chamber. And the reason why I did that is because I want to start moving north to see if we can see any xaenite or anything like that. And through this, I've slowly learned that this vehicle sucks really bad. I've only been playing... I went ahead and collected all of our resources from the last mining area. Just to make it a little bit faster, and I think I've only been playing for maybe 10 or 15 minutes now, and I've wrecked this car twice. And the problem with it is that it's very, very top heavy. If you see, I thought that if we build all the containers like this, I really didn't take into account, I guess the physics of it, which Planet Nomads does, because it's based off of Newtonian physics, which is the physics the real world works on. And so it does kind of have this concept of balance to it, and I wasn't really... I was aware of it, I knew that was a thing, but I wasn't really cautious of it. So now we have this giant vehicle that just kind of... it gets us places, but as soon as it starts getting speed, oh man, we cannot control it at all. And every time I go down a little hill like that, it scares me because I will hit one of these little bumpy areas right here. Hopefully that will be smoothed out a little bit in the newer versions of the game. But every time we hit one of those little bumps, our car kind of loses control. You can see it right there. It's starting to sway towards our containers, which isn't good. Isn't good at all. And also, I realize we are kind of pressed for time because each one of these batteries, I only made 6, I think. But every time, we only have 50 minutes per battery, and I've already had to recharge the batteries. I don't know why. I had them turned off, but I guess that still takes time or something, or maybe it consumes another battery or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. All I know is that we all of a sudden lost power, so we're kind of stretched for time a little bit because I don't want to run, and it keeps switching me to that as well. But hopefully in this episode we will find some xaenite, because that's really the only resource we need at this point, because we are doing good on silver and aluminum. We have plenty of that. There's not a lot of uses for gold or anything like that. Uranium we do kind of need still, just because I want to kind of have the resources available to keep us running till the end of this Let's Play. But at the same time, it's not really a pressing matter. So I kind of just want to collect some of these resources minorly and then start focusing more on everything else, especially xaenite, which I don't know if we can find very easily, because we're starting to get one of these kind of basin areas, as we're already 2 kilometers away, which doesn't make sense because I switched it to imperial units and it says miles per hour, but that says 2 kilometers away. So I don't know which one is right, because you'd actually have to convert the units now. It's one of the things I kind of wish they would do in Planet Nomads at some point, is take all the different units that they have in this game and put them into one continuous system, because game time runs separate of real time, and real time isn't really a factor in all of this, because so game time, you have the, I guess, sun revolving around the earth in this world, where there's a day and night cycle and all that. However, there isn't a link between that and actual time. Like, yeah, it does take a certain amount of time for the sun to revolve around the earth, but it doesn't affect anything that is measured in real time. And that's kind of an issue because, for example, our uranium generator has 71 hours of time, or of time before it runs out. It's probably like a little bit less now. But we're at 71 hours, and the thing is that's 71 hours of playtime, but not regular time, because you'll sleep for 8 hours and it only moves by the amount of time it takes you to actually sleep 8 hours in the real world. And I hope, and then like, you know, like the whole idea of like, this is miles per hour, but that still says, you know, 3 kilometers or 3,000. I guess it means 3,000 feet, but I don't think that changed when I changed the system last time, so I'm not really 100% sure on what exactly that means either, and that was a really scary glitch. So hopefully, like, at some point in time they condense all the units and stuff together and everything's a little bit less confusing, for lack of a better term. And I kind of want to... I don't know if we're going to be able to find xaenite going north. Oh god, we hit him. He's just moving with us. Okay. I think that's just uranium. I wonder if it's possible to circumnavigate the globe. I wonder how easy that is, because I think the game is only 8 kilometers around or something like that. So it shouldn't be that hard to wrap all the way around. It'd be weird if we got to like the end of this and it started getting normal again. Oh man. This is getting sketchy because at any point in time, one of these trees renders before, or if we get under one of those trees before. Oh no, oh no. Before we get through it, we will die. I think that's like the only other really annoying problem I've had with this game is that it used to be a lot worse, but the terrain generation was really shoddy early on. It took a long, like, you would be able to outpace it really quickly. And I've ran and spawned into, like, stones and stuff. And I always thought that was kind of annoying. But it looks like we're reaching the crest of something. Ugh, just an area. Okay. Like, I thought that was going to be some huge monumental thing, but it was just more hills. So I'm going to try to get through this, shut up a little bit, and I will... Oh, no. Oh no, can we save? Can we save it? Forward, forward, forward. No. Okay. Well, I'm going to turn this around and hopefully get us rolling again. All right, so it's been about another 5 minutes or so of driving and we're in a really weird spot. So any sign of life pretty much is gone except for like the occasional monster, and this is something I've never seen before. Everything out here is just veins. Like, I've never seen this many veins anywhere before. So I don't know if this is like a kind of like edge case, because now we're 10,000 kilometers or 10,000 or 10 kilometers away from our drop pod. So I don't know if this is like a more of like a glitch or what, but we're also trying to slowly get up this kind of pass right here, and I'm a little afraid to work at it too much longer, just because I mean we're slowly getting to the point of no return with our batteries. So I don't know if I should continue on going this way for much longer, or if we can even get our vehicle up over this, because I'd like to at least just take maybe my person up here just to see what's beyond this. But It's just getting to be a very steep incline. I think I might have a little path going right here, but I don't know. It's just a really weird spot out here because I've never seen this sort of biome. I mean, there's a ton of resources out here, and it's kind of weird because I'm starting to find iron and carbon again, and that's usually not found in the same places as like not platinum, but like titanium and shit like that. So I don't know if this is like kind of a glitched area, but it looks like if you really wanted to restart a base up here, this would be about the perfect place. I don't know how much further it would be until we got to the North Pole. Because that'd take a little bit of math and stuff. I'm not very good at math. But it looks like we've reached the top of this little passage. And it's just more stuff, and yet no xaenite. That's all I really wanted. Ooh. Almost wrecked it. Like, all I want is xaenite, but all of this is gold. I think that one was silicon, maybe. But no xaenite. $10 says I'll get a comment saying like, oh, like there was some right here at this point in the video that you just drove past, but I don't think so. We're getting to some weird terrain now. As I see a vein for uranium over here. It just disappeared, but I don't know, like some of the crystals are starting to look a little bit lighter too. I don't know if like we're getting to the edge of the train generation where it gets a little bit wonky, but I would expect something, I don't know, maybe it's like an edge case sort of deal, but I would expect, I think, something else if we were reaching the end of the train generation. Because if we were reaching the end of the train generation, I'd expect to see the ground itself get weird. And I keep getting these little glitches where it keeps going for some reason, so I don't know if that's a problem with like the game loading or something. I'm thinking when the next update comes out, I might take this world and just convert it into a circumnavigation plane. I'm just gonna push this dude along with us for a little bit. Actually, no, he's starting to prove us quite difficult. Hey, friend, can you get out? Can you get off my vehicle? Ooh, getting a little speedy there. Yeah, ooh, more stuff. Yeah, we're getting all these tiny little veins instead of actual resources. I guess if we were to hit the North Pole, our north would start to be south again. Actually, no, every direction from the North Pole would technically be south, wouldn't it? I don't know. I'm not good at logic. If we could find the wraparound point in this episode, just on pure accident though, that would be pretty cool. But I'm getting a little afraid of reaching our limit of, I guess, where we can go. I mean, we probably have the resources to craft more batteries, but we don't have biomass, or a lot of biomass. And that means we'd probably have to sacrifice actual mining, because like my goal was just to come up here and get a bunch of resources, but now I'm thinking about it, we really don't need that many of any single resource, except maybe like uranium. But I'm just trying to find xaenite. All right, we're 8,000 kilometers away from home. I just checked the batteries randomly when I went to reattach our winch, and we are 11 minutes away from running out of energy. I don't know how, because it has been way less than an hour than what I was expecting. So I guess what we're going to have to do is just turn around. Kind of makes the whole idea of getting xaenite and getting these resources pointless. But I do not believe we will be able to find any. So we're going to start driving south until our vehicle loses power. And then we're going to hope that somehow we can craft more batteries for this. Because I think the work involved for that is going to be quite significant. Because I think we need a compact armory. That, I don't know if we have the resources for that. So we're turning around heading south. I kind of want to make a series eventually. I might do it with the next update. Might just do it with this world, to be honest, if we have time. But I do want to make a kind of a series where we just try to get to try to circumnavigate the globe.
Show you are slightly thirsty.
But,
Good hydration secured.
at this point, we're just very slowly running out of resources. All right, well, unfortunately, our vehicle has run out of power, and for some reason, we have negative 1 hour of energy left. I don't really know what we're gonna do. We're 7,000 miles away from home. We're doing all right on food and water for the moment. Not where I'd really want to be. Our vehicle keeps falling over. So I really don't know what we're going to do at this point. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and call it an episode right here. I was hoping to get at least some other way back, but as it currently stands, we are pretty stuck unless we come up with something. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace out.